And welcome to this Nucleus tutorial on adding third-party content. Now that can be anything that is embeddable, so it could be a YouTube video, a poll, or some kind of shoutbox type thing. There are so many things that you can integrate with the website in just a few seconds, assuming that they provide you with either a little bit of JavaScript or an so-called iframe to include in your site. Now the specific example today is a poll, and this comes from PollMaker, which is poll-maker.com. Now I've already entered my question on the front page here. What is your favorite genre? I'm going to click create my free poll, and now I can type in my answers. So pop, we'll go for rock, I'll say country, and other. Now I know there are many more genres, but for demo purposes that's going to do us just fine. Now what you're really going to want to take into account here is the look and feel of your website as it is. You don't want it to stand out like a sore thumb, and that's one of the things that I love about PollMaker. You can choose different themes, and then you can actually customize these even further. If I just have a look here, then we've got fonts, pictures you can add. It's best to try and leave it as plain as possible. One thing I will say is to take away any borders that you've got, and you will see why when we get back to the website. So we'll take off the borders under the Borders tab of Customize. Okay, so that's as it is now. That's looking okay. We've got some options here. I would say disable comments because they are so open to abuse. As I always tell people, unless you can monitor them 24 hours a day, it's not a good idea. Now you can allow your voters to select multiple answers, so if you've got things where obviously multiple answers could apply rather than just one, tick that. Allow multiple votes from the same person. Now this one's interesting. Obviously if someone comes to your site, they choose a genre, they click vote, close the web browser, open it again, they could choose something else and completely mess up your stats. So what we do here, make sure that is unticked, and the next time they come back it will just show the results and not let them vote again. That really is about it. You can stop them seeing the results if you want. Don't know why you'd want to. And then click the Get Poll Now button. Now this is the important bit here where it says code for website/blog. If we go, just highlight that, click once in that field, it'll highlight the lot, go copy, and then we'll go back to Nucleus. Under website administration, I'm going to add a new article or page, and I'm going to put this just temporarily under station news, and we'll call it poll example. Do not include an image when you're including third-party content, ever, because that will cause layout problems and it could get horribly messy very quickly indeed. So never include an image. And one of the little quirks of the system is once you've got an image in there, you can't remove it. So you'd have to delete the article and create a new one. So we're leaving image blank. And then this is the one we're interested in, short text, particularly if you want this to appear on your home page. Rather than just pasting it into the main box like you normally would, that would get very messy and it would just come out as garbled code. We need to go into Source, right-click on it, and something to note here is that Nucleus only officially supports Google Chrome. Being a web app, it's tied down more to a specific browser. So if you're using anything else, it should work, but there's no guarantee. So it's certified to work with Chrome. Others should be compatible, particularly Safari and Firefox. But there's no guarantee on anything else. If we now go paste as plain text, now you're going to see that and think, wow, what on earth is that? Well, once that's done, if we click the source button again, you will see a poll. So we're now looking at the visual preview of what's going to appear on the website. So click source, that's highlighted. You get the code, which we've just pasted in. Click source again to toggle it off, and we see the live preview of what our nice visitors to the website will see. Scroll down and click save. And then I guess all that is left for us to do is to head to the website. And there we go. Now I must have missed something here because it's still got its border, but you can see why I said leave the border off. Purely because it looks a little bit odd and out of place compared to the other things. I know PoleMaker also has, you can turn the rounding off around the edges to make it fit in and blend in a little bit better. But the same technique applies to YouTube, where you've got underneath the YouTube video embed code. Again, copy and paste the code there, paste it in under source in the Nucleus website editor, and at that point save, go view it on the web page, and everything should be in place. And that really is all there is to it for adding third-party content.